sleep rest in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some rest by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rest keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture. You got the picture me. Pacific ice on my ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds they tussling. My neck and my belly on. They calling for me and they. You want me like you and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. B-Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on me. Yeah. Make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the chosen. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man. Who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. Something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving them. I told him the hunter like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some rest by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rest keep me up on the podium.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. First and 10. Maddox. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. On first down, Maddox. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Maddox. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
Leopard! Over! Gun! Watch him now, Barney!
Operating from the gun, Maddox. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. A long way to go in this one. I'm sure that's not the only score we'll see today, but to jump out like that, very good.
Yeah, everyone wants to set the pace. You know, in a game like this, you want people chasing you. You don't want to be the team chasing them. That's exactly what they did.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears.
Rock now. 20.
Coming off the pick six, it's Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And this one is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. The Vikings now heading onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hot, hot.
To throw on second down. Maddox eluding the pressure right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Off the toss, Cohen. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Newton to throw. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you missed those first 2. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now out comes Minnesota. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Maddox. This complete left side to Aguilar. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Cook following the penalty. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Hot! Hot!
To throw on 2nd down. Maddox is going to flip one out here to his running back. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Back to throw. Maddox. It's brought in by Dodson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Looking to throw on second down. Maddox. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a first down throw for Newton. His throw incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Newton now to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cohen. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. This is Cohen on the toss. And he gets it down to the 32. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Newton. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Come on now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, He hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now Cohen. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
To throw on 2nd down. Maddox. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
Over! Leopard! Leopard! Hot!
First down, here's the run with Cook. Got some real estate inside the 30, and he'll be taken down at the 26. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Gone! 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 Over! Kill! Hot! Hot!
They run again on first down. Cook. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Cook. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun, Maddox. Dancing to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gun. 20.
On first down, Newton. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Last week in that wild card win, only one catch, and now he's got his first catch here, and it's good for a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Cohen. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Throwing left side, it's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this belongs to the Vikings. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Why we saw that field goal try a moment ago, I'll never understand. But as a result, this offense, they've got to be pumped. 1st and 10 in striking position already. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Sammy Watkins, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on 1st down. Maddox completes it right side to Dodson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Gun! 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 Gun!
On 1st and 10, Maddox. That ball's caught. Aguilar, right side. A very solid gain of 27.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Gun! 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 Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Maddox being chased out left. Bust through the tackle. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Looking to throw. Maddox forced out to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And there, once he's outside of the pocket and doesn't see anything, very smart play to just throw it away. That was only 1st down. He's got a few more shots maybe. He can take it the end zone.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
20. That's it. 180. Hey.
Now Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Newton. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. A shotgun snap for Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again is Newton. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 36 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They start the drive with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw on 2nd down. Maddox throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Detroit! Operating from the gun, Maddox. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Maddox finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gun! Detroit!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This would put them in the NFC title game. And he got it. The kick is good. He splits the uprights. And in doing so, he sends them to the NFC title.